Hello fellow strategists, welcome back to GriffGames. I am happy to announce that we are back in the exciting world of the Star Wars universe with the Criminal Underworld campaign. We have just taken Hypori, and if you can notice, there are some slight changes. I keep having a recurring issue where the data saves are being corrupted. I'm trying to figure it out myself how to prevent this from happening, but not to worry. I spend a lot of my private time rebuilding the set, so to speak, so it can be pretty close to what we left off with. Speaking of which, last we left off with, we finally took Hypori, with the rest of the galaxy soon ours to take. However, during my break when I was recording this session, I got a lovely comment from one of my subscribers, and he told me some tips about the game. So these little banner symbols are not actually the capital worlds, but rather recommendations of what types of units can be built here. For the non-Star Wars fans, Rathana is where all the Clone Wars Republic ground vehicles was built, so hopefully I can get some heavier fighters there. So meaning Geonosius is not the romantic world I was hoping it could be, but that is okay. So this might change my invasion plans up quite a bit. So we are now moving northeast to take Scarif and Rathana from the Republic remnants. However, it's important to note that I cannot proceed that way with my entire left flank open. So what we're going to do is move in and re-seize Arcanus if possible. Because to my knowledge right now, the Geonosians are still independent and not under Hutt rule, with Arcanus under Hutt rule. So we're going to see if we can push them back a little and retake Arcanus so we can at least build a shield wall. For lack of better terms, I can focus my efforts east. As always with the Criminal Underworld, I am on a bit of a budget. As you can see, I am constantly trying to rebuild. I've decided to make Hypori a money world because at the moment the only world connected to it is Tatooine.
Construction complete.
So I see it as a bit of a safe zone. The mines on Smuggler's Run are trying to produce at full capacity, trying to get that going. With Ryloth, as I said in the previous video, being my main source of naval production and ground production. Meaning I've made the world heavily fortified so that I don't lose it, because if I do lose it, it'll be quite a few videos until I can recover from such an assault. If you've noticed, I've done a slight change to the audio, so hopefully this will help some of y'all. I read some comments about the battles being a little too loud, which I understand. My main goal with that was to have you listen more to the battle than my voice, because that's why you're watching this, for both entertainment, but rather my voice. You're here to watch the Star Wars battles unfold. So I was trying to push towards more of their audio versus mine. But enough of that, let's get back into it. So right now I am currently rebuilding from the assault on Hypori, because that did take quite a chunk from both the Navy and ground forces. With, I don't know if this was from previous downloads, but with I believe, an update from the modder himself, let's see if I can pause this. With base load layouts, I can now see the ground, finally. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to start using Prince Zizor to start scouting, so I can start scheming how to begin ground invasions and know the general planetary defense force. So what we're going to do now is actually send the Prince to Arcanus to see if we can see what's up. It would be nice to take Arcanus back, because it did produce special economy buildings, which
very well
would be invaluable to me. By the looks of things, it's pretty much abandoned, but I'm not going to take that risk, because if I lose my fleets, I'm just leaving myself wide open to invasion. However, I'm going to leave them here as a warning system in case the Hutts come back to a counterattack while we slowly rebuild our economy. I'm going to speed it up some. Luckily, the Republic remnants haven't been pushing me. It's just been the Hutts. So it's kind of been a Hutt on Hutt gang war currently. With hopefully me being able to, once I hold Arcanus, which is growing a small fleet, not too serious, just one Marauder. Hopefully maybe from Christophus, because those of you who don't know, Christophus was a very money world in the Star Wars universe. Hopefully if I take that, I might actually start having some income. So if it's the Hutt Cartel, I'm going to assume that their capital world is Nar Shaddaa. Yep, I was correct in that assumption. It'll be a pain to take, but it's producing 564 currency right now, which sounds pretty nice. Due to my weak economy, I might be forced to have to hire some.
Hiring bounty hunter.
Smugglers to. They do both jobs, or they just kill leaders? Hold on, because in the base game, there's two differences between the two. Alright, even though it calls them bounty hunters, these are actually, well, the game calls them underbosses, but they're the smugglers. So what they'll do is they'll come to these worlds that have, for example, 564 credits and take 30 to 20%, which would quite help my economy. Is there anyone that's producing thousands? That would be ideal targets. Are those the Republic? What is that? The Black Sun. Interesting. I'll have to go to Moncal to get some of their
Construction
credits.
complete.
Anyone else producing an exorbitant sum? The corporate sector, but I'm really going to try to stay away from them. That is fighter spam, just like me. It'd be the same war tactics. Well, Coruscant's almost at 1,000. Not really seen any other large. I say that, and there's almost 1,000 right there itself. Separatist holdouts are like me, just barely holding on. Oh, they took Solus Fallen. That's going to be a pain. For those of you who don't know, in the Star Wars lore, Solus Fallen was kind of a fortress world, so that will be a massive pain to take. But right now, that's not a me problem just yet. Still kind of waiting for my economy to kick off. As you can see, I'm trying to make some worlds just straight money so that I can actually start rebuilding both my army and my navy. And I have moved the invasion forces from Hypori to Tatooine and Ryloth in the hopes of letting it guard those worlds. Because, again, Hypori has no need to be guarded anymore now. It's under my control. The exact reason why I left Smuggler's Run as well. No real defenses. Now, if I do lose either of these plans, those plans are going to be taken extremely rapidly. But we're not going to think of such nasty thoughts. Arcanus, I see they're trying to take advantage of the wealth of the planet. They already spiked that economy without even using the special planet. It's moneymakers. Let's see. Is that by the Rebels or the Zone? At the Rebel Alliance. They're kind of just tucked up in the corner, really. No real threat in this game. The Sith are actually... Oh, Malachor? Oh. Those of you who don't know, that's where the... during the Old Republic, when Revan decided to massacre both the Mandalorians and the Republic fleet. So that might be able to produce me some special Old Republic ships, perhaps, which would be very helpful. Again, I just need ships that are able to stand in the fight, because fighters are no problem for me. I can spam those all day, but I need ships that can stay in the fight, which unfortunately at this current tech stage I cannot have. However, I am aware that I need to go to level 2, but that 20,000 needs to be put towards my defenses and my economy right now. Once everything's all garrisoned and ready to rock and roll, I can do that. Thought I saw something at Scare. I'm just in a little peek.
Excellent.
That way. Oh, interesting. You can hide your wealth. I didn't know that. Because it was making 500 now. It's back at 90, so that's what it's appearing to make, when in reality it makes a lot more. Interesting. So a lot of these plants might be making a lot more than I initially thought. Bothui will be important to take. If it holds its game special still, which in the base game Bothaway can help reveal like all the hidden stuff from all nearby worlds, which makes it invaluable because of the Bothan spy system. That is definitely clone troopers. All right, so I'm actually fighting like Republic, and this world is fortified. Yeah, Hutts can have fun fighting that. I'm not fighting that. Seems they took
That is acceptable.
to the space, but are trying to. Oh, they took Camino. Interesting. Looks like the Republic's getting pulled out of this sector. Where are they? Are they anywhere else? Is that rebels?
Construction complete.
That is rebels. All right, they're kind of spread out everywhere. What about the?
Construction complete.
Are these rebels? This is Republic. Interesting. So the Republic's getting pulled out of
Construction
the
complete.
outer rim and then being pushed into the core worlds with the Empire not really in sight. Very interesting. Is that rebellion? No, it's Republic. Interesting. So the rebels are in the outskirts. The Republic defectors are now being pushed towards the core worlds if they can't hold Scarif. And then if they take Rathana, the Hutts, this will be a problem. I mean, they're a problem to begin with, but by the looks of things, they're also starting to build up on Arcanus, which is something I don't want. On the bright side, I'm starting to get my moneymakers moving, slowly but surely.
Recruitment cancelled.
Let's look how fast my money drains. It's insane. They've definitely been a challenge because I can't make any kind of funds, and if I do, they're very quickly pulled towards infrastructure, military, or naval. Like, I don't ever have a break-even balance. That is, I think, going to be the norm of the game, of me just hoping, all right, what can I spend in my 5 seconds? Like how most people act on the day of payday and day after payday. The rest is just counting pennies. Right, so what I'm going to do is, because this is going to take a little bit of a minute to regrow my economy, I am going to fast forward you to either if it's a battle or if I'm ready to advance. So until then, it should be a quick transition for you, but it'll be a hot minute for me. So I'll see you in a very quick second. And we are back, viewers. Apparently, while I was building up my forces, because as you can see, the Smuggler's Run is now at full operation, and Hyperion is at full operation. I was building forces on both Tatooine and Ryloth, and the Hutt Empire took note and sent a massive fleet to intercept my defenses. I don't know if this will be enough to hold, because I have a sizable force with Jabba himself defending. And if it fails, I have a massive backup fleet ready to mobilize. Either way, he's not taking Tatooine. It will be either the end of me or the end of him. But with him assaulting Tatooine, it's not good. But let's get this started. In your absence, it's been about a full year in the game. So what's happened is I've built up my economy on all my worlds, and I was using Tatooine to build my navy and Ryloth to build my land units to divide the production assets. So if I lose one world, it's not crippling to my entire empire. So I built a navy and I pulled it away from Tatooine to link up with the forces on Ryloth to start the transition back into you viewers watching. But the Hutt Empire had other plans. Hopefully we'll be able to hold it, which I feel like we will, because a lot of his vessels are glass cannons. They can hit a lot, but they can't take the hits back. My only concern are those Mandalorian gunships, which are a continuous harassment to me. But luckily, with my force, I might be able to push him back with some effort. And if it fails, the reinforcements from Ryloth will come and pretty much wipe out what's left. I don't expect this to be a victory for him, at least in the long run. While we were gone, too, for the most part, no one attacked us, weirdly. It's been very quiet, like the galaxy forgot about us. This was the only time in a full year of the game since anyone's even trespassed in my territory. So the minor factions are actually becoming major factions. The Empire and the Rebels have been kind of forced back into their pockets. I didn't realize the minor factions in this game are so overpowered. Even the Mandalorians are in a way having their own crusade. But now it's time for us to defend our land with a fully leveled out space station.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have all ships
Setting course.
rendezvous.
Roger. Advancing. C-95 here. Over.
Have the bombers
C-95 standing by.
Skip ray
Fighters
blast
move
boat
up.
here.
Ready. What are you looking at?
The garbage ships are gonna do what they
what
do
you can
best,
with what
which
you
is
got,
die.
Yes, Commander.
Long range ships are gonna be
Right away.
more towards the front.
Ready.
Those satellites aren't gonna last
Moving
long
out.
against direct fire. The heavy fighters
What is your order?
are going to
Setting course.
move in. Bombers,
Armed and ready.
like the others, are gonna be pushed to the back.
Advance.
And
Sir?
bombers,
Where's the trouble? C-95 here. Over.
you're also
Send
gonna
me on
move
my
up
way.
there. Hopefully this will be enough to reconsider invading Jabba's space once again. Again, as we can probably see why I need ships that can stay in the fight. Like, I have air power, fighter-wise, no problem. Like, actual ships, like, that's a big-looking ship, but that thing's gonna crack in half if under applied pressure.
Sensors activated.
C-95 standing by.
Let's just see this is enough.
Upgrade in progress.
It's actually nice to actually see I have an economy now. I really hope I can hold this. Would not be a horrible end for Jabba. Defending Tatooine would be kind of iconic, really. Oh, wallet. Here we go.
Space
Alright,
station
dividing up
under
forces.
attack.
Let's see. Launching flares.
Marauder cruiser here.
Easy enough.
Frigate responding on
I'll stay
station.
behind. Concentrate fire on the bigger ships.
Moving to attack position. Enemy target
Orders,
sighted.
sir. Cruiser reporting. Armed and ready. Form up.
No fighters. Some fighters.
Awaiting instructions. Waiting orders.
Send them away.
Enemy target sighted.
Upgrade
There
complete.
they are.
Roger. Copy. Lasers locked and ready.
Battle begins.
I'm losing control.
Here we go, here we go.
Receiving message.
Fight.
Primary target acquired.
Zealots. If you can target that skill. Great. Zealots are
Systems online. I copy. Fire at will. Ready to go. Looking to acquire some new
these
parts.
ships.
Don't fall apart on me. Into the furball. Reporting. Engage target. Beginning approach. Yes, sir. Attack!
Have to have the 170s
Fire!
target the more advanced
Yes,
craft.
Commander. Open fire. Stay on target. Break right.
On the bright side, they're all bottled up, so this is a chance to push them.
Upgrade in progress.
Locked on. Form up. Ready for orders.
Don't let that ship get away.
Activating weapons. Ready. Attack that target. Copy.
They're crazy.
Enemy craft ahead. Engines ready. Accelerating to attack speed. Station ready. Stay close to your Open fire. Reporting. Targeting systems active.
We're just trying to fire as many targets as we can. We're trying to cripple a lot of the ships so in case they run.
Yes,
The
sir.
ships without engines are stay behind and become salvage for them.
Direct fire on the engine.
I'm with you.
Yes, Commander.
Our space station is under
Fire on
attack.
their shield generator.
The undoing on you.
Upgrade complete.
Your target already. Several defenses.
Locking on target. Ready.
Bombers in the back are attacking without impunity. There's an intense dogfight in the center.
Keep it up.
Receiving message.
Upgrade in progress.
I'm on this one.
Wiping out those
Marauder cruiser here. Targeting systems active. Squadron reporting. Attacking target. Watch your backs.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade in progress.
Orbital command available.
This is one.
Target locked.
missiles will tear through the ship. Job here is going to flee the battle. These two will all finish last
Cool.
Enemy craft ahead. Finish him. We've lost
Fire!
Drawing their fire.
Orders, sir.
Upgrade complete.
I'm on two.
Primary target acquired.
Space station under attack.
Locked on. Open fire. Station ready. Cruiser reporting.
Space battle is really hard to tell. These forces just scattered everywhere, honestly.
Let's go positive. Locking on target.
Station is hitting hard. Sorry.
Target locked.
My ships, these other ships also blast cannons. They head line, but also they take focused fire. They crash.
Fire.
Basically, everyone's
We're here. Fire at will.
Army 7 is doing a good job of chasing down
Lock on to
enemy
secondary target.
bombers.
Repairing.
Weapons on. Attacking.
Enemy craft over ahead at one. Continuing mission.
Weapons ready. Roger.
Land jam.
Ready.
Where's he
What
at?
is your order?
I'm under heavy
Base
lost the
structure
laser battery.
destroyed. Starbase under attack.
Primary target acquired.
Well, this mod, I should say.
Got one on my
They'll
tail.
withdraw because they've taken heavy casualties.
Locked on. Open fire.
Be brave.
Locking on target.
Shields.
Watch the crossfire. That'll stop them cold.
Target locked.
Defense is going better than anticipated with mixed results. their ship line is getting ripped.
Kunyam alias cool.
I'm going in. Fire! I'm being jammed!
But the last of my satellites.
I can maneuver. Stay on target.
Repairing.
That my expensive satellites.
Primary target acquired.
1 to 6. We took out
Locked
a
off.
warhead launcher. Good aim.
They're not going anywhere.
Repairing.
Open fire. Locking on target.
Starbase under attack. Repairing.
I'm dropping down. Stay close to your command ship.
I'm caught in the tractor beam.
Ripping up this torpedo class.
If we stay here, the enemy may try to
Credits
acquire
to
us.
prepare. Jabba's in the back.
Kanya Shajam.
Repairing.
Command you like a poking strike. I'm not going to risk these things.
Got 3 of them on you.
Economic boost. During the transition time for the computers, I had him prepare the Tatooine double the economy, so he doesn't have a financial boost. So I can't do it.
Stay on target.
Target formation. We're going in full throttle.
Repairing. Repairing.
You got 3 of them on you.
Shooter.
Stay on target. Lock 5.
Watch yourself, they're all over you.
Starbase under attack.
Oh,
Pull 'em
there's
up.
that lone fighter I was looking for. Been harassing the extreme
Targeting.
rear of the enemy.
Got one on my tail.
This wing ours or theirs?
It's looking like it's going to be a victory for them.
Repairing.
At great cost. They're just dragging current ships out of the way.
Their turbo lasers are targeting me.
Weapons charged.
I'm having the bombers
Starting
do
attack
bomber
position.
damage.
We lost 2.
Yeah, keep using the fighter.
Repairing.
Kunyam alias cool.
Stay close to your command ship.
Chul Kanya Wishaja Michu.
I know Jabba's in the back looking as well.
I'm
losing control.
Can't lose him.
Repairing.
I'm in back. Fire.
Shooter.
Waiting orders.
Structure destroyed.
Battle for Tatooine will start.
We've lost one.
Space station under attack.
Speaking of, we know how this is going to end. Costly victory for them. It will be total defeat as the reinforcements are.
Primary target
Each one of these
acquired.
ships lost is another ship that's denied 3 extra hangars in the battle starts.
Gotta go low.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
Receiving message. Locked on. I'm taking fire. Open fire. Locking on target. Target locked.
Our space station is under attack.
Our lasers are offline.
Jabba can regroup with the rest of the fleet. Does he have fighter operability? What can I see? Jabba got away. So that's what's important. Hutt Empire did strike at my gut. However, I have a much larger force on Ryloth waiting, and they are now pretty angry at what happened. I mean, yeah, look at those. All heavy ships. Yeah, he's got nothing but a spamming of marauders waiting for me when I come back. So now I'm going to launch an assault with the backup force.
I confirm your transmission.
I'll just sell these.
Recruitment
I have to
cancelled.
repair the damage done by the Hutt Empire.
Tactical battle imminent.
Yeah, I got this. Retake the space in Tatooine, and this should cut quite a deep pocket in the Hutt Empire, because I did wipe out nothing but frigates, destroyers. I'm now about to wipe out his remaining fleet too, which was not a small fleet. So unless the AI just can mass produce this factory style, I think the Hutts are gonna quiet back a little. And I'm wondering if they're coming from Arcanus, because above me is Scarif, is Republic owned. So hopefully if it's not just because they took the space above Scarif, they're just bunny hopping over it. So I'm going to try to take Arcanus to be a way to roadblock it. My fleet of vagrants, time to get the job done.
Frigate here.
Your money is always good to us.
It's a bomber. It's a very nice looking bomber. Alright, let's see how we're gonna approach this.
Weapons
I
online.
think
We're
we have
awaiting
enough to
orders.
just push them back.
We've targeted the enemy. Firing weapons.
Keep it tight.
On station. We are ready.
Tight formation. Only separate when we see the enemy. Really wish that you couldn't see the green line during this animation because it made the cinematic so cool. Though I do know why the modders have
Weapons
inside the scene
online.
where
We're
the
awaiting orders.
units are going, which we're gonna meet the enemy long before then. Oh, I mean, you don't have to have the green line. Units are not selected. So maybe it'll be one. Just gonna sit here and wait until more. Oop.
On station. We are ready. Moving to attack position.
So, all the wall fires down.
Where's the
Frequency open. We await fleet orders. We're on our duty station.
C-95 here. Over.
Who's over here?
What do you got for me?
I don't know why she's over there.
C-95 standing by.
Receiving it clearly. Yes. Their engines are the main target.
Ready to respond.
Yes. I'll get there.
Frigate reporting.
Oop.
Frigate standing by.
Could have the
Sir?
fighters engage.
Accelerating to attack speed.
Your contact is garbled.
Where's
Please
the
repeat.
trouble? My scope's positive. I'm going in.
Message
Have the
received.
forces divide up and
What do you require?
divide the enemy.
To
We are in
contend with
position.
Caesar is to
Frigate
lose.
here. Preparing for
Awaiting
combat.
orders.
Where's those? Alright, there we
I
go.
copy. Firing. Reporting.
Retransmit your orders.
C-95 here. Over. C-95
Hopefully
standing by.
cut up a storm in those
Engines
fighters.
primed. This hardly seems
Set
fair.
point defense for anti-missile operations.
Rip up the ships and we can the dolphin.
Ready for action, Commander.
Okay, so the disable is near my frigates. They're trying to
Frigate awaiting orders.
Construction complete.
Focus fire on their
Space
engines.
station damaged.
Beware of that tractor beam.
Frigate here. Engaging enemy.
Enemy craft ahead.
Okay.
Shut them up.
Forces are all over.
Frigate standing by for orders.
Locking target.
Weapons online. We're awaiting orders.
Fighters. Fun.
These again, eh?
On station. We are ready.
Starting to get a little crowded.
Armed and ready. Target in sight.
I'm dropping chaff. Plus 10.
Targeting enemy.
No job is too big. The
Moving
bounty
in
is
for the
mine.
kill.
Dead or alive.
Weapons online. We're awaiting orders.
You've got your firepower right here.
Watch yourself.
Our hull armor is destroyed.
Weapons online. Coordinates received.
How about a little help?
My DMZ just burned out.
They won't be ready for me or my plans.
Take off your fellas.
Walking on my position.
My web of corruption cannot fail. You should have covered your ears.
I'm pulling out. Intercept on the warheads at once.
Awaiting instructions.
Target the blue ship that Rude on this.
Orders copied and understood.
What's next?
We're receiving you. We're online. Star Viper Squadron reporting. We are ready.
Yes, sir.
No fee is too big.
I am Sheesaw.
Have that frigate distance. You're letting the Marauders do all the dirty work right now. Unfortunately, it is.
Frequency open. We await fleet orders.
Go ahead. Available.
That'll shut them up.
Weapons online. Contract's all good. We're ready.
Trying to equip all those ships that are
Taking him out.
around.
I'm caught in the tractor beam.
Weapons
Switching to targeting
charged.
computer.
Frigate en route.
Come back
Yes,
online.
Commander. I have contact.
They didn't expect them to spam this.
We're on our duty station.
You're gonna pick us up.
Marauders didn't know this was
Enemy target sighted.
effective.
Roger. Attacking.
Walking on my
Systems online.
Stand ready, crew.
Receiving you clearly.
Keep up for all my Harpoon. 70's dead. Awesome.
This hardly
Lock onto
seems
those
fair.
missiles and intercept.
Soon, the galaxy will be mine. If that is necessary.
Need to intercept that. The Bula.
What is it?
Fire.
Activating stealth field.
Moving to position.
I am in complete control. That's the way I like it. Move in for the kill.
All systems are go. Fire. Positioning. Ahead full. Sir?
As contracted, we'll follow on.
If the plan goes well, these battles will be short.
Finally, I got that.
I'll take number 4.
Can't shake him.
We got you on the hold. Got them on the solid.
Frigate standing by.
Form up.
Grenade in the water.
Your contact is garbled. Please repeat.
Frequency open.
Head home before your ship falls apart.
Kind of created our own lines now. The cost of one of the Bulas.
Message received. You should have
Push
covered
to our
your
point
ears.
defense systems.
I hope you are prepared. I know I am. We are in position.
Javelin here. Laying in a course.
Time is money.
I think I'll just keep doing this
Attack!
till they get
Awaiting orders.
Ready for orders. Attack!
Always ready for a fight.
Awaiting orders. Coordinates received. We're moving out. Our portside armor is
Let's
ruined.
discuss my payment.
Who stands in my way? Blast them out.
Ready to respond.
Frigate responding. Moving to attack position.
What do you got for me? They're in my sights.
I can use some help.
Retransmit your orders.
I've got it disabled.
Engines primed.
Attack!
Someone
We
cover
paid
me!
for war, so let's get to it.
No job is too big.
Frigate awaiting
You
orders.
requisition the cruiser.
This is 9.
So many targets, so little time.
Copy.
Position
Fire.
set.
Javelin standing by.
Set point defense for
Don't
anti-missile
disappoint me.
operation.
You won't like what happens fair.
That's it. There we go.
Weapons online. We're awaiting orders. On station. We are ready.
Where's the trouble? We're going
Weapons
in full
online.
throttle.
We're awaiting orders. We're awaiting the attack signal.
I'm not micromanaging, but with this kind of assault choice. Oh, they're pulling back to one big cluster. Smart.
Your money is always good to
On
us.
station. We are ready.
Ready for action.
No fee is too big. Let's discuss my payment. They won't get away.
Sniper ships.
You have my attention.
P95 here. Over.
Frequency open. We await fleet orders. You can't escape.
All systems are go. We're set for battle.
You've got your firepower right here.
Frigate standing by. Enemy target sighted.
What do you got for me? The bounty is mine.
We're on our duty station.
Starting to push them into a
Receiving you clearly.
What's next? Fire away.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a big
Frigate
deal.
standing by.
All units.
Enemy fighter
Your contact is garbled.
Go
Please
ahead.
repeat.
Available.
We got you on the hold. Javelin here. We'll take the fight to them.
You should have
Lock
covered
onto
your
those
rear.
missiles and intercept.
Ready to respond. Training weapons on target.
Engines ready. Target the engines.
This is definitely a W for us.
Javelin standing by.
One piece at a time. Marauders have been picked off by one at this point.
Message received. Coordinates received. We're moving out.
All systems are go. Accelerating now.
Good work.
They're falling back.
We are in position. Awaiting orders.
All forces not in direct.
Fire!
One of them with us. And they're gonna get seven marauders away. I feel like a lot more than that from what that animation just showed. But we successfully retook the space. Was a big victory. Doesn't feel like it from the losses, but I feel like it was a big victory. And we still have some decent forces to garrison. Almost lost Jabba, but luckily we didn't, so we can get him back to the world and start doing what he does best.
Kuya Maya Shun.
Don't have enough money yet. I'll wait next turn. next turn I'll get that space station.
Beginning construction.
By the time the turn hits, I'll be able to afford it. Get at least some defenses back on Tatooine. Speed up the process. Yeah, I'll show you around also, since I'll slow down so we can look around. The Republic is holding in pockets now. You can see them in pockets all over the place. The Rebellion is also in pockets. The Separatists have owned a whole corner now with, is that the Republic or this? With the Rebellion in full swing in the north, with the Empire holding the core worlds and not really moving, honestly. It's been the Mandalorians and all the minor factions and the Hapes Consortium doing all the hard work, honestly. With the Hutt Empire just now trying to poke at us, which failed, thankfully. With the current way things are going, I'm not ready to advance now that Tatooine's been stripped of all its defenses. Although it is very evident to see that Arcanus and Geonosis are going to have to be taken for security purposes. If I can help it, I'll push all the way to Christophus and Arcanus and make a shield and like just fortify those worlds so I can start actually moving to where I really want to move, which is in this area, because I can't keep having my money worlds in danger. Because if I lost Tatooine, no problem, but if they hit Hypori and Smuggler's Run, it's game over. And by looks on my stopwatch, we are coming up almost on 50 minutes. So for this video, I'm going to stop us here with the consortium now finally having a financial ground to stand on. Ooh, I didn't even know I could pull that up. That's actually fascinating. So now we actually have a ground to stand on. We can start building our economy. And once next video, we rebuild Tatooine, and we will begin our assaults on Arcanus, take these 4 worlds. And thanks to that viewer earlier, move to Rathana to see if we can get some special units. I don't expect very many special space units because in the lore it makes good ground units, but we'll see what we can get. But as always, viewers, it's been a pleasure, and until next time, this is Griff signing out.